Hello, students. Some of you face problems practicing speaking as you do not have anyone to practice with. Thus, I will read out a few excerpts from books available online for free. You can download them and read with so that you are more familiar with the spellings. Or you can repeat the sentence after me to make your pronunciation clearer, and for that, you do not even require books. Alright, let's commence. Christmas won't be Christmas without any presents, grumbled Joe, lying on the rug. It is so dreadful to be poor, sighed Meg, looking down at her old dress. I don't think it's fair for some girls to have plenty of pretty things and other girls nothing at all, added little Amy with an injured sniff. We've got father and mother and each other, said Beth contentedly from her corner. The four young faces on which the firelight shone brightened at the cheerful word, but darkened again as Joe said sadly, "We haven't got father, and shall not have him for a very long time." She didn't say perhaps never, but each silently added it, thinking of father far away where the fighting was. Nobody spoke for a minute. Then Meg added in an altered tone, "You know the reason my mother proposed not having any presents this Christmas was because it was going to be a hard winter for everyone. She thinks we ought not to spend money for pleasure when our men are suffering so in the army. We can't do much, but we can make our little sacrifices and ought to do it gladly. But I'm afraid I don't." And Meg shook her head as she thought regretfully for all the pretty things she had wanted. But I don't think the little we should spend would do any good. We've each got $1, and the army wouldn't be much helped by our giving that. I agree not to expect anything from mother or you, but I do want to buy Undine and Cintron for myself. I've wanted it so long, said Joe, who was a bookworm. "I plan to spend mine in new music," said Beth, with a little sigh, which no one heard but the hearth brush and kettle holder. "I shall get a nice box of Faber's drawing pencils. I really need them," said Amy decidedly. Mother didn't say anything about our money, and she won't wish us to give up everything. Let's each buy what we want and have a little fun. I'm sure we worked hard enough to earn it, cried Jo, examining the heels of her shoes in a gentlemanly manner. I know I do, teaching those tiresome children nearly all day when I'm longing to enjoy myself at home, began Meg in a complaining tone again. You don't have half such a hard time as I do, said Jo. How would you like to be shut up for hours with a nervous, fussy old lady who keeps you trotting, is never satisfied, and worries you till you're ready to fly out the window or cry? It is naughty to fret, but I do think washing dishes and keeping things tidy is the worst work in the world. It makes me cross, and my hands get so stiff I can't practice well at all. And Beth looked at her rough hands with a sigh that anyone could hear that time. I don't believe any of you suffer as I do, cried Amy. For you don't have to go to school with impertinent girls who plague you if you don't know your lessons and laugh at your dresses and label your father if he isn't rich and insult your nose isn't nice. If you mean libel, I'd say so. And not talk about labels as if Papa was a pickle bottle, advised Jo, laughing. I know what I mean, and you needn't be satirical about it. It's proper to use good words and improve your vocabulary, returned Amy with dignity. Don't peck at one another, children. Don't you wish we had the money Papa lost when we were little? Jo, dear me, how happy and good we'd be if we had no worries, said Meg, who could remember better times. Alright, we'll leave it here. Now, what you have to do here is make sure that whenever you hear a gap in the speaking, you repeat what you have heard. So, in that case, your pronunciation becomes a little better. Now, I know that there are some words that you might not have come across previously, and I will be making separate videos discussing those words and their meanings and how you should be using them. But for now, practice your pronunciation and all the very, very best. I would also request you to perhaps leave a like or share it with your friends, as I am an up and coming